Angels are saying this moment found you gently, not loudly, because your soul already knows how to listen. You did not arrive here by chance, and you were not selected randomly. Something aligned quietly, perfectly, to place this message in front of you before the rest of the world even noticed. This is not about being better than others, it is about being ready. Your heart was open before your mind understood why. You have been walking through days where effort felt unseen and patience felt heavy. Even when you kept going, there were moments you questioned whether anything was truly changing. Angels are saying those questions were never a sign of doubt, they were signs that transformation was already working beneath the surface. Some miracles do not arrive suddenly. They arrive softly, preparing your spirit before touching your reality. Right now, there is a pause happening inside you. A calm that feels unfamiliar, yet comforting. Angels are saying this pause is intentional. It is the space where blessings recognize where to land. When life slows down emotionally, it is not stopping you, it is making room for what fits you better. What is meant for you does not rush or confuse. It arrives with clarity. You may notice that your reactions have changed lately. Things that once triggered fear now invite reflection. Situations that once drained you now teach you boundaries. Angels are saying this shift is proof that you are stepping into alignment. Growth does not always feel exciting at first, sometimes it feels like quiet strength replacing emotional noise. This miracle is not only about something new coming in. It is also about something old losing its power over you. Old worries, old guilt, old stories you kept telling yourself are gently dissolving. Angels are saying you are being freed from the need to explain yourself to people who were never meant to understand your journey. Pay attention to what feels lighter today. Pay attention to what feels unnecessary to carry anymore. Those are signs. You are being guided toward a life that feels more honest, more peaceful, and more true to who you are becoming. Nothing that belongs to your future will demand you shrink yourself. This blessing has your name on it because your heart learned patience instead of bitterness. Because you chose hope when it was easier to give up. Because you stayed kind even when life tested you. Angels are saying the universe responds to consistency, not perfection. You did not need to be flawless, you needed to be faithful to your growth. As you move forward, trust what feels calm, not what feels loud. Trust what brings peace, not pressure. Angels are saying your intuition is sharper now than ever before. Listen to it. It is the language your soul uses when words are not enough. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. This miracle arrived at the exact moment you were strong enough to receive it without fear and wise enough to protect it without doubt. What unfolds next will feel natural, not forced, because alignment always feels familiar even when it is new. Take a breath and let this truth settle. You are being supported. You are being guided. And you are more prepared than you realize. This message reached you first because your spirit was ready first. Angels are saying the miracle you are receiving now is not loud, flashy, or dramatic, because the most powerful changes never announce themselves. They arrive quietly and begin rearranging your life from the inside out. You may not see everything shift at once, but you will feel it. A sense of relief. A sense of clarity. A subtle knowing that something heavy is finally lifting from your spirit. For a long time, you carried responsibilities that were never meant to be yours alone. You tried to be strong for everyone, even when no one noticed how tired you were becoming. Angels are saying this. Miracle begins by giving you permission to rest emotionally. Not to stop moving forward, but to stop fighting yourself. You are allowed to breathe again without guilt. You may notice that your thoughts are becoming calmer. The constant questioning, the overthinking late at night, the replaying of old conversations, these patterns are slowly losing their grip. Angels are saying peace is returning to your mind because you are learning to trust your path instead of doubting every step. When peace arrives, guidance becomes clearer. This blessing is also teaching you discernment. You are beginning to see people, situations, and opportunities more clearly than before. What once felt confusing now feels obvious. What once felt tempting now feels unnecessary. Angels are saying clarity is one of the greatest miracles because it protects your energy and preserves your future. There is a reason certain delays happened in your life. There is a reason certain doors stayed closed even when you knocked with sincerity. Angels are saying those delays were not denial, they were divine timing protecting you from settling too soon or choosing from fear. What is aligning for you now requires a stronger version of you, one who knows their worth and honors their intuition. Pay attention to how your desires are changing. You are no longer chasing approval. You are no longer willing to sacrifice your peace just to feel accepted. Angels are saying this shift is proof that you are stepping into self-respect. When you respect yourself, the universe mirrors that respect back to you through people and circumstances. You may also feel moments of gratitude rising unexpectedly. Not because everything is perfect, but because you finally recognize how far you have come. Angels are saying gratitude multiplies miracles. It grounds you in the present while opening doors to the future. When you acknowledge growth, more growth follows naturally. This miracle is personal. It is tailored to your journey, your lessons, and your heart. It may arrive as an opportunity, a realization, a reconnection, or a release. Angels are saying do not compare your miracle to anyone else's. What is meant for you will feel right in a way that cannot be explained to others. As you move forward, you will be guided to choose what feels aligned rather than what feels urgent. Urgency belongs to fear. Alignment belongs to faith. Angels are saying when you choose alignment, life begins to cooperate with you instead of testing you. You are entering a phase where your inner world becomes more stable, and your outer world reflects that stability. Conversations become clearer. Decisions become easier. Boundaries become natural. Angels are saying this is the foundation upon which lasting blessings are built. Trust the process unfolding now. You do not need to control every detail. You only need to stay open, honest, and grounded. The miracle that found you first today is only the beginning. What comes next will feel familiar, peaceful, and deeply right, because it was always meant to meet you here. Angels are saying that as this miracle continues to unfold, you may begin to notice a quiet confidence returning to you. Not the loud kind that seeks validation, but the steady kind that comes from knowing you no longer need to explain yourself to the world. You are becoming comfortable in your own presence, and this comfort is magnetic. It draws in clarity, respect, and the right kind of attention. For a long time, you adapted yourself to survive. You adjusted your tone, your expectations, and sometimes even your dreams just to keep peace around you. Angels are saying survival shaped you, but it does not define you anymore. You are stepping into a phase where you no longer shrink to fit situations that were never meant to hold you. Expansion is happening naturally now. You may feel moments where memories surface unexpectedly. Not to hurt you, but to show you how much you have grown. Things that once broke you now only remind you of your strength. Angels are saying reflection is not regression. It is confirmation that healing has taken root. When memories lose their emotional charge, it means they no longer control your future. There is also a shift happening in how you relate to time. You are less rushed, less anxious, less worried about proving that you are on track. Angels are saying your soul understands something your mind is just beginning to accept, that everything meaningful arrives when readiness meets opportunity. You are no longer chasing life. You are allowing it to meet you. This miracle is teaching you discernment in subtle ways. You are learning to listen beyond words, to feel energy instead of analyzing intention. Conversations feel clearer. Choices feel simpler. Angels are saying this clarity is a gift. It protects you from repeating cycles that once drained you and guides you toward experiences that nourish you instead. You might also notice that your compassion is changing. You still care deeply, but you no longer carry responsibility for everyone else's healing. Angels are saying this boundary is holy. Compassion does not mean self-sacrifice. True compassion includes yourself. When you honor your limits, you create space for mutual respect instead of silent resentment. As this blessing continues, your sense of purpose begins to feel more personal and less pressured. You are no longer trying to live up to someone else's version of success. Angels are saying alignment always feels lighter than expectation. When your goals match your values, progress becomes peaceful rather than exhausting. There will be moments ahead where you are invited to choose differently than before. Not dramatically, but decisively. Angels are saying trust the choice that feels calm, not the one that feels urgent. Urgency is often fear in disguise. Calm is alignment speaking softly. You are also being reminded of your resilience. Not the kind that endures endlessly, but the kind that knows when to rest, when to pause, and when to say no. Angels are saying wisdom is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters with presence and intention. This miracle is unfolding in layers. Some layers bring relief. Some bring insight. Some bring joy. Angels are saying allow each layer to arrive without demanding the final picture too soon. When you let the process breathe, the outcome becomes more meaningful. Notice how your inner dialogue is changing. You are speaking to yourself with more patience, more understanding. Angels are saying this is one of the clearest signs that transformation is real. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how life treats you in return. You are not meant to return to who you were. You are meant to continue becoming who you are. Angels are saying what lies ahead will feel familiar in a new way, like remembering something you always knew but had forgotten. This is the miracle working quietly, faithfully, and completely. Angels are saying that as this message reaches its final movement, something inside you is settling into peace rather than excitement, and that is how you know this miracle is real. Real miracles do not rush you. They ground you. They bring a calm knowing that does not need proof or permission. You may feel quieter now, more present, more aware of your own breath, and this awareness itself is part of the blessing unfolding. There is a deep reassurance being placed into your heart. Not that everything will be perfect, but that you will be okay no matter what comes next. Angels are saying this assurance is stronger than any external sign. When fear loosens its grip, clarity enters naturally. You are beginning to trust yourself again, and that trust changes the way life responds to you. You may notice that your priorities are shifting gently. Things that once consumed your energy now feel less urgent, while simple moments carry more meaning. Angels are saying this is alignment. When your soul and your actions begin to move in the same direction, life feels less heavy even when challenges exist. This miracle is also teaching you patience with yourself. Not the patience that waits endlessly, but the patience that honors growth without comparison. Angels are saying your journey was never meant to look like anyone else's. Your timing carries wisdom that could only be earned through experience, and nothing about your path has been wasted. There is a quiet invitation now to release what you have been holding too tightly. Expectations. Old disappointments. The need to understand everything immediately. Angels are saying release does not mean loss. It means trust. When you loosen your grip, you allow space for something better to arrive in its place. As this blessing integrates into your life, your relationships may feel different. Some connections will feel lighter. Some may fade naturally. Angels are saying this is not rejection. It is refinement. The people meant to walk with you forward will meet you in honesty, respect, and mutual growth. You are also being reminded that your worth is not measured by how much you give or endure. Angels are saying you are valuable simply because you exist. From this place, giving becomes a choice rather than a burden, and love becomes mutual rather than one-sided. There will be moments ahead when you realize you are responding differently than before. With more calm, more clarity, less self-doubt. Angels are saying this is evidence of inner change. Transformation is often quiet. It reveals itself through your reactions, not announcements. This miracle is not asking you to become someone new. It is helping you return to who you were before life taught you to doubt yourself. Angels are saying authenticity is your greatest strength now. When you act from truth, doors open without force. As this message comes to rest, take a moment to notice how your body feels. The breath. The stillness. The subtle sense of being supported. Angels are saying this support is ongoing. You are not alone in your next steps. Guidance continues even when words end. You are being gently reminded that miracles are not only events. They are environments. They shape how you think, how you choose, how you treat yourself. And from this environment, new possibilities emerge naturally. This is not an ending. It is a continuation. Angels are saying what has been sent to you today will unfold in ways you recognize later, often in moments you least expect. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. And most importantly, remember this: you were chosen to receive this message because you were ready to hear it. That readiness is the miracle itself. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay true. If this message touched something deep inside you, don't let it pass quietly. Pause for a second, tap like, share this with someone who needs calm today, and comment "Amen" as a sign that you are ready to receive what's unfolding for you. And if you want to keep walking with messages that strengthen your spirit and guide your heart, subscribe now. This space is for you, and you belong here.